The first item is approval of the January 9 board meeting minutes. Everybody get a chance to review them?
Oh, I have.
Yep.
Are there ever anything wrong with them? I guess I just always pretty much assume that that's a no-op, but maybe I should.
Well, Paul is pretty good, but we still have
Uh-huh.
to check him.
Yeah, I made a mistake once.
All right, so do I hear a motion to approve?
I move to approve.
Okay, so Elliot moves proven. Second?
Second.
All right, and all in favor, raise your hand. Okay, they are passed. All right, now let's go into our reports. Dave Morley.
So the first, there wasn't too much activity, hasn't been too much activity in the treasury for a long time, but anyway, this month we ended up with $23,300 and almost $52 in the bank. I wrote 4 checks. Renewing the WP Forms Pro, which is the, if you remember, that's the form that we use for processing internet orders. And then I wrote one to myself, which I use Quicken to keep all the records. And Quicken now is on a yearly subscription. Isn't that nice?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
$52. It used to be you buy it once and that's it. Now you pay $52 a year. And I did pay Elks.
Right. Good.
Continue to pay them rent even though we're not there, just to show our good faith and that we will be back at some point in time. So I paid them $600 and sent it off. And then we got a deposit of $7.77 from Google.
Woohoo.
Whoa, whoa. Not shown here are the orders for Valentine's, which have come in since I did this. And there's, I think now you counted what, 17 orders, something like.
At least 17 so far.
Yeah,
And
which
I
is
expect more will
times-
be coming in.
Yeah, times $20. It's wonderful. I mean, I didn't expect much income from that, but that's wonderful. You want to move on to the other report, which is the actual versus budget report. There's one column that is a draft budget, and we might want to discuss of all, and then we'll go back to the budget. And I suggest we approve the budget so I can take off the word draft. But and there's only 4 entries, and 2 of them were in office supplies. So we ended up with a loss this month of $1,043, and because we have very little income. So we might want to accept those, the treasurer's report, and then we can go back and actually approve the budget, or you can do that later, Dana, if you wish.
Well, didn't Elliot and you have a conversation about his budget?
I added that in for chapter development. I put $500 in for chapter development.
Okay. Well, why don't we approve the budget then, unless somebody has some.
Okay, the bottom line for the budget, and I'm okay with this because of our current situation, is that we're going to lose roughly about $5,000, but we're starting the year at 24,000. So if we get down to 19,000 at the end of the year, that's fine. Next year we'll have
I keep losing the feed. Is that me or is that Dave?
That's Dave.
It's Dave.
Oh,
what's happening. Am I breaking up?
You break up every
cutting
now
out.
and again, but we got it. So
Keep freezing because you're in Bear Valley.
It must be outside.
Okay, so then the budget as Dave has presented it, do I hear a motion to approve that?
so moved.
To approve.
And a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, raise your hand. Okay, it is passed.
Great.
All right, chapter development report.
All right. Yeah, so we're continuing to average around 20 people per rehearsal. For January and February so far, it's been actually 21, but that's because we had 26 people for the installation. So if I exclude that, we're averaging 19.75. Also, as you may recall, last month we provisionally approved 2 new members pending their agreement that they actually want to become members. And I did get an enthusiastic yes from each of them. Jerry's already on the roster, and Peter, I registered him. They've really destroyed their website, BHS. It's like
Yeah.
a disaster now. You used to have a real-time view of the status of everyone in the roster. Now they generate reports every few weeks, and you have to download the report. And so the last report was February 2nd, and I know Peter wasn't on it by then, but there's a good chance he is now. But anyway, Jerry and Peter are both on the roster, if not yet 100% officially.
Cool. This
Great.
is wonderful.
That is my report.
All right, thank you. Now, marketing VP report. Larry.
Marketing is moving along. So I'm spending a little more time each week adding things to our Facebook page. I want to thank Dave Kay for stepping up and taking over the setup of the virtual Valentines. I understand that we've actually sold over 17
Yep.
virtual Valentines. So it's working, and I appreciate you and Mark taking that step over for me. I was kerfuffled about how to go about doing it for the virtual world, but it's looking really good. Responses to the Whole New World project, John Wallace, all kinds of interests and likes on our Facebook page. So I guess we got to think about another virtual project. Yes.
Yes.
And I think that's part of the agenda today. So yeah, I'm looking forward to pushing on that one with whatever direction we decide to go with. So that's about all I got. As usual, and I tell you guys this every month. It might be time to start up a new form of social media, but Facebook seems to be very attractive to people, and I get notifications daily from those out there that are visiting our site and liking things that they see. So I have some fun with it.
That's great, Larry. Thank you. All right, program VP report. John Wanless.
Okay, so yeah, so we talked about, what's to come, right? More to come, kind of. So Mike and I at the Afterglow last week talked about potential songs, and we seem to be zeroing in. Although I don't know what the idea, but I would like to start right after Valentine's Day. All right, so to get this thing organized. That one of the things that I probably cannot do is take a week off work to get this thing started, and run all the sessions. So I need people who are willing to run sessions. I can certainly pulse PHC, and they will do that. I know some of you have. I know Elliot and Dave, have run sessions. But what I would really like is a commitment for one session per week per person. All right, so that's not a lot. All right,
Yep.
it's you know, okay. And essentially you just run through the track. All right, what we talked about was Play a Simple Melody. So do you know that song?
Probably. if I heard
Play
the
a
song.
simple little melody.
Okay.
One, da, da. And then there's a backbeat. There's a back time that goes on. So you can find it. The tracks are available. The sheets are available. I would also like to, the one that I like slightly better, but there's no sheet music for is You're Just in Love. That one.
John,
that one?
is there a YouTube presentation of this song by anybody?
There is. There's a barbershop one, but don't rely on this.
Just to hear the song, because I
That's correct.
I kind of know it, but I
Do not rely on the singing that's on this. Okay, it's
Okay.
either a youth chorus or one that's anyway. Just to hear the song. All right. Don't judge based on the singing that's on the YouTube video.
Oh, we will.
So,
Okay, cool. So the song is called Play a Simple Melody.
yeah, and it's an Irving Berlin song. It's been around. It's really kind of upbeat and happy and bouncy, and it's a good song. It's a good song. The other one that I like is You're Just in Love. I hear singing and there's no one there. That one is good,
yeah.
but I cannot find the sheet music actually for it. There's multiple tracks, including Tim tracks, I think, but I just can't. The sheet music is not available. So, and I don't know why. I don't understand. So but at least one of the things that we should do is get board agreement that we will, move forward with this. It should be the same as the last time. I don't see very many changes happening. I think that last time was very successful. I would, since Barbershop Harmony Society offered, I would use the same route towards getting it published on YouTube. But now I at least know that, that the methods for doing that. What else do I have to say about it? I don't know. That's about it. So,
John, are there costs involved with purchasing music or learning tracks?
it should be the same. It should, I would, look at it the same way. Now, one of the things that we can do that we have not done in the past, is ask for people if they would like to buy their music. But we can also limit, if it gets out of hand, to 100 people, for instance. I think that the sheet music is $4.25, and the tracks
because it's a digital download.
Yeah.
I ran, just as an aside, I ran into this with a couple of the songs that we've purchased for the Peninsulaires, where it was $4 and something for a digital download, and it was like $2 or something like that for a physical sheet. So I ordered the physical sheets and scanned it and put it up on the website on Groupanizer, so it was accessible. I paid for the music that way. I don't know what the deal is with the digital downloads and why they're so much more expensive, but
that could be done. I know that for the platoons, the guy I know who's organizing it, Don Saltz, actually does that. He actually mails out the sheet music rather than download it, because it's, like you said, more than twice as expensive.
yeah.
So that's also an option. We can do that, but we should, obtain those if we can, as I said, like after Valentine's Day, which is of course next Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So,
So I think if $5 a person for a copy of the music and the learning track, no big deal. People.
Did you include that in your music budget, Dave?
I did not. I did not include something for this. We didn't know what we were going to do, so.
Wait a minute, though. We did include $1,000 in the virtual course, so that's included.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So that's okay. Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
So John, would you like the board to approve?
Yeah,
this
I think
proposal?
so. I think that we should approve the concept and, as stated. Go ahead.
So you want us each to do a session a week? How long does the session run?
It's about an hour. There are 2 times. One of the things that happens are for people who are available. What I like to do is have one in the afternoon and one in the evening. There are a few morning ones too that I can get for any participants from actually the UK. There's we had 3 people from the UK who participated, and I don't know what's going to happen. As with moving into marketing, you don't know the response that you're going to get. You may get a good response. I mean, I think that most of the people who are on my mailing list will participate again. I think that that the likelihood of them inviting friends is probably pretty great. I mean, it seems to be a well thought of production. Gretchen is lined up, which is a great thing. She wants to do it, so that helps life a lot. I know that we have, now that she has the techniques down, it would take her a shorter time. Blaise is always willing to help out, and we can, I think, get people from PHC also to help out with taking the audios and doing what they need to do with that, aligning them, and that kind of thing. So
Great. So do I hear a proposal to adopt this new virtual chorus program?
well, I propose that.
All right. A second. Dave Morley, all in favor, raise your hand. All right, that is approved. Great job, John. This is exciting.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yes.
It's actually really fun. One of the things to remember behind this, and we were talking about this in the collective today, is that this is really a connection thing, right? And so, any connection that you maintain, between singers, that's the important thing in the actual running of the sessions. It's not perfection. What you're looking at is connection with people and the ability to participate in something that's that's a good thing. So
Yeah, that's great.
okay, thanks.
Thank you. Music VP report. Dave Cokerhook.
Okay, so I sent the report out. I'm assuming everyone will have read it. A comment on one of the items in there, which had to do with, I mentioned that we're looking at introducing a new technology into the virtual rehearsals. Well, we did the first effort on that this past Thursday. It's a tool called Jamulus. So you had Vocal Capital singing in real time and whatnot. So the next music team meeting is next Saturday, and we're going to start trying to figure out how to incorporate something like that into our activities, especially possibility of will we be able to break out into what do you call it, meeting rooms, okay, and then have maybe like octets or something like that in each, so that you'd have 4 parts and the guys could see how that is, and rather, we don't know how this is going to work out yet, but we know that the technology is functional. We just have to figure out how to incorporate it. But so I just wanted to mention that. Another piece of information that isn't on the report, there was some conversation about this on Thursday, this past Thursday, and that is which version of the Star Spangled Banner are we actually going to do? The reason that the suggestion for last Thursday was to use the Jim Clancy arrangement is that we had learning tracks for that. And we don't have learning tracks for the arrangement that has been in our repertoire in the past, which is the, was it the Val Hicks version? I think it's Val Hicks, or whatever his first name is. And though there are tracks for that, Tim tracks, we can get them for like $95, which we'll probably do. assuming that that's the one that would, I'll be checking with Mike C to verify that that's the one we want to do, but he's inclined in that direction as well. So we'll be doing that. And a heads up to Dave Morley, I have not yet purchased for the chapter the charts for only you and you alone. We're going to get 30 instead of 50 because at the moment we only have average 20 guys, but I plan to do that this week, and we'll, I mean, the charts are already up there. We just have to make it legal.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't have any additions or changes to the report. Are there any questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Larry.
Oh, Larry.
This might be a better question to address during our music team meeting, but I just want to ask about Jamulus. Is it a free application? Are there costs involved in because I think the other night you guys had headphones and special microphones or something?
It's a free application.
Okay.
Vocal Capital has set up its own dedicated server on an AWS platform, so that and it's accessible to the chorus. Okay, and Mark has to pay $5 a month for it or something silly like that. Okay.
Okay.
And when you set it up on your device, you identify what the microphone usage is and or the speaker usage. And I mean, you see me, I've got the headphone thing on. This is just a a wireless headphone and speaker. I've got we all have individual microphones that we have acquired because it helped to get a more quality sound when we were recording for purposes of our virtual Valentines and stuff like that. So it's not required. Having the headphones and a microphone is going to be, I think, a little preferable than just using the speaker and the mic that's built into the laptop. But is it required? No. Is it preferred? Yeah.
So for me, I think the biggest barrier is going to be, well, I haven't gotten it to work yet, but besides that, this wired connection is a little bit of a barrier. Is that really necessary?
Yeah. So there is well, we have found in Vocal Capital that when we use the Cat5 cable to our device and hook it up to the modem for the for purposes of getting access to the internet, the latency is significantly reduced.
Yeah, because I mean, if I string that from the router all the way to here, it's going to be a really long cable.
Really long, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I mean, it's is it doable without? Yeah, sure. It's not as efficient when you're trying to put a group activity together. All right, so the level of efficiency goes down a little bit. Do you positively will it work with a wireless connection? Yeah. Is it the most optimum? Probably not. In the chorus environment, if we've got 20 or 30 guys doing it, is it going to make that much difference?
I think it will.
I don't know.
I think it will.
And it's all a question of latency. All right. The whole idea is reduce the latency.
Yeah.
So the better the computer that you have, the more direct connection that you have, the less latency you're going to have. And at some point, the latency becomes very distracting.
Right.
So you need to to balance that out. I mean, I have a, if you want my 100-foot cable, I can send it to you. So, but and
It's more a matter of convincing my wife that I should be
well,
allowed to put
yeah,
this
it can
thing.
hide under the rug and go around corners and all kinds of stuff. But I mean, I think that that to me was the biggest contributor of the latency was the direct connection, the Wi-Fi. It just it was not a very satisfying experience. I just and you can take it down. If once you can participate it and then just coil it up. I mean, we did that too. But it was
Just as a proof of concept, that might be worth trying.
And just to add, Mike, I did I did telephony and infrastructure cabling for over 30 years. I'd be more than happy to run a cable, whether it be under your house or even on the outside of your house. So
Oh, that's very sweet.
I
Yeah.
would be more than happy to get a cable set up for you, and then you wouldn't have to drag it down the hallway or any of that. That's piece of cake. We can push Cat 6 to up to 200 feet, and it's not going to slow anything down. It's actually going to, a direct connection is always going to be better. So if you want me to, I'd be happy to do it. Anybody else, I'd be happy to do it for you.
Larry, that's on your list at my house.
Oh, sorry, Dave. I was only offering that to the other guys.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So that means that when you do that for me, it's free? Oh, okay. I'll remember that.
We might barter for something.
I'll remember that.
Might cost you a turkey sandwich.
Yeah, right.
All right.
That's
So
a deal.
I'm available to wire you guys up. Whoever needs to be wired, I'd be happy to wire you.
Yay.
That would be super. Oh, that would be great.
You bet.
Wonderful. Thank you, guys.
Any other questions on the music report?
Okay, well, that's the end of our regular reports. Do I hear a motion to approve the reports as delivered?
So moved.
Second? Dave Morley, all in favor, raise your hand. Okay, the reports are approved.
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah,
We approved something on the, for the treasurer and for something else already, but that was different than what we just did, or what? What did we just approved everything, or?
no, we approved the reports, but the other approval was for the budget, which was separate.
Just the budget.
Yeah,
Okay.
We also had a motion to approve a second virtual chorus project.
yes,
Chorus
thank you,
project.
Dave.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay. So it wasn't the report, it was just the.
That's right.
Great. Thanks, guys. Let's see. The only thing on the old business that I need to work with Bert is the delivery of the awards, plaques and all. I haven't heard from him whether or not he's arranged that, but have any of you who got awards heard? So you didn't, Harry? Okay,
No.
I'll connect with him. And also John. Okay.
No.
I'll follow up with Bert. Okay, new business. Actually, we've already covered it. The
So
budget.
Bruce has a question, looks like.
Yeah. Oh, Bruce, go ahead.
It was just the fact that you were talking to people that had reward coming, and I have got one showing my hand that I had not received anything.
Right. So I'm going to connect with Bert and make sure that he connects with you guys. His plan was to set a meeting up at the Elks Lodge for a Saturday, let's say, and deliver them to you. Okay. Great. Well, any other new business, since Mike's not going to be with us today? He's not delivering an update from his end. You all know that he's back in Ohio, at least I think he is.
Yeah, he's flying out this morning.
Yeah. So his mom had a fall, and I guess there were some other things that the family needed to work out. So he's going back there for a period, but I think we expect him to participate in next week's rehearsal, right, Dave?
That is the plan.
The
Yep.
plan. Okay.
And that's should work out. Shouldn't be any challenge. He was participating from Hawaii for what, 6 weeks earlier in the year. So
Yeah.
him doing it from Ohio. The only thing that's different is that in Hawaii it was 2 hours earlier, and in Ohio it's 3 hours later. So so it'll be 10:30 for him when he starts, but that's okay.
Yeah. Great. Thank you. Anything else anybody wanted to bring up? Oh, okay. So now
I wanted to I sent out another message to everyone yesterday, I think, to the members with some wording that I used for a message about Valentine's to my personal contacts. When I sent that out, I got responses directly to me from a number of people said, "Oh, this is cool. I'm going to do that." And I know of 3, 7, 9, 10 orders that came in from that email to people that I know. One guy was in Ohio and he ordered 4 of them, right? He's never ordered anything before because we couldn't deliver in Ohio before. And so this is a real interesting opportunity for the Peninsulaires. It's going to put a burden on Mark Tavery, and especially because he's packaging up. We've got 5 songs. We're going to select 2 based on the information in the order form, and then he's going to do take whatever the message is and record the message in front of the delivery of the 2 songs. So there's a little bit of work for that, but we can get a lot more of these things in, and people are responding to it. I mean, I was just amazed. I've had multiple people who've never bought a Valentine from us before, do this. One guy is buying 3. He's local, and he's sending one to his sister in the Midwest and one to his, cousin in Florida. I mean, it's just like, it's insane.
wow.
It's wonderful.
Be a worldwide opportunity.
Exactly.
Thousands of Valentines.
So I've had the same experience. People have responded back to me. I know that somebody is local is going to buy 2 or 3. So there's this is a really good thing. I mean, if you're on Facebook, send it out to your friends. I mean, there's a number of responses I've gotten back from my friends who are not necessarily friends of the Peninsulaires, but who think that this is a really cool thing. So I urge you to do that.
That's great.
In the email, there's a couple emails gone out. There's a link that you have to put in that takes the person who you send it to the order page. And if you want to include a sample of what the delivery looks like, there's that. It's like 10 seconds worth of is it "Let Me Call You Sweetheart" or something like that? It's just do it.
Well said. And with that, let's go to the good of the chapter section. So, Elliot.
Yeah, I'm just like so impressed with the results of the whole new world virtual chorus, the whole thing, the participation, the production, the whole process. I think it's great, and looking forward to the next one. I think it really, apart from being fun, is really helping put us on the map and kind of keeping us in the community. So really good stuff.
Thank you. Harry.
Yeah, well, I'm just looking forward to this year. I think there's finally a real light at the end of the tunnel with the COVID situation. I've got an appointment for my first shot this coming Thursday. So, and I think as time goes on, more of us will get the vaccine. So, sometime this year, I hope we're back together again in person.
Yeah, I got mine yesterday.
Oh, mazel tov.
Thank you, Harry. Paul.
Oh, well, well, the meetings are going well. I thought we had a good meeting the other night, even though Mike had to leave. It was kind of fun. We did a lot of singing and, well, things are moving along. The weather's getting nice and hopefully we'll be singing, singing back together. But as it is, Zoom is doing, is working. So that's about it.
Thanks, Paul. Mike, Oliver.
Yeah, hanging in there, going along. I've had an itchy rash that's been bugging me, but other than that, things are going pretty well. Really enjoying connecting with all you guys and singing with you and looking forward to more.
Thanks, Mike. John Wanless.
Hi, well, things are fine. Like looking forward to a new project is always fun, and scary at the same time. And then one of the things that I'm excited about is this, integration of Jamulus into the chapter meetings. I mean, that's going to be really cool if we can do that. I know that Les has put in a lot of work and, looked at patching the thing and we managed to make it work, which is, just really great. And I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm not quite as optimistic as some of the guys about the COVID situation, but I am optimistic about using technology to better our rehearsals.
Thanks, John.
Yep.
Dave Marley.
We'll see if my internet stays up. Nothing new to report here. I did get my first shot 3 weeks ago and my second shot coming up in another week. So I'm hoping, like everybody else, to get back and maybe in the fall. So keep singing.
Great. Thanks, Dave. Larry.
Well, I'm hanging in there, looking forward to the opportunity to get a needle stuck in me. I'm younger than all you guys, so it's going to be a little while before I can get one. I'm really excited about another virtual community project. That last one was awesome. And I'm also looking forward to another chorus only, Peninsulaires only virtual production. We've got a great repertoire. There's at least a handful of songs in there that I think we should consider for another presentation. So moving along, started my new, not my new, but I started a new pool service venture on Friday.
Good.
Which it's going to be an every Friday thing, and then spring and summer it'll change to a Thursday Friday thing. But that still leaves let's see, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, well, that still leaves 5 days open to get out there and do my thing. That is a whole lot more fun than cleaning pools. So glad to see you guys. The strength of our board and the friendship is means a lot.
Thanks, Larry. Bruce. Are you with us? You're not. Okay.
No comment.
Dave
Okay.
Cokerhook.
So first thing I want to do is I want to thank Mike Oliver for his contribution. He is, and Mike C. and I meet every Saturday morning at 9:30 to plan next week's rehearsal schedule. And so his input has really been growing week by week and is very helpful. And he and I laid it out today, and I'm just letting Mike know what the plan is. So thank you, Mike. Mike, I appreciate it.
Thanks, Dave.
And then I'm going to echo John Wanless's comment about the possibility of incorporating this new technology, Jamulus, into what we're doing, because the the potential to be able to rapidly increase our level of interaction during the rehearsals is significant. You know, yes, there are some steps associated, and each guy's going to have to make sure they get the download the free software and set it up on their device, and depending upon their device and what operating system, if they're on Windows or an Apple device or Linux, there's different configurations, and there's some technical things that have to happen. But we've been through that all in Vocal Capital, and so Les and Mark are going to be able to help anybody make that transition. So I'm very, very optimistic and excited about that, because it's going to change the dynamic of our thing. And Larry, I think that's going to feed right into this next virtual chorus possibility that we're talking about, because we'll have that as a potential. Combined with what we do with Track Wrangler has a real strong possibility of putting us in a position where we can actually release a Peninsulaires virtual chorus performance package. So that's what I'm thinking. So thank you, guys.
Thank you, Dave. I'm really excited about all these new developments in virtual chorus and the technology. But more than that, I just appreciate you guys and our members, chorus members, really diving in and committing to this virtual experience. It's not ideal, but it is really great and encourages me a lot. I look forward to Thursday night singing with you guys a lot. It's the highlight of my week, and I'm just thankful for that. So with that, we are finished with our meeting, and we are adjourned. Thank you.
All right. Bye, everyone. Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye-bye.